All right, tonight on Serious and Silliness, we have the new adult entertainment sensation, Mz Dani. How you doing, Mz Dani?
Hello, everyone. I'm good.
Good, good, good. I'm so happy to have you on. So, what I do to get guests is if people are in my area, meaning the New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, tri-state area, and that's my genre of people that I interview, I go. And that's how I met you. I went to the Exotica Expo and I waited online to meet you. And I was like, please do my YouTube channel. And you
Oh,
said, okay, no problem. And I want you to know you were I talked to one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Out of the seven, two of you came on.
oh, so I'm pretty special.
You actually are, because the other five out of the seven completely ignored me.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just big on like if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So,
And plus, your personality was different. I'm not going to
oh,
mention names, but your personality was different. I've noticed this because I go there because I've interviewed several of your peers. And I'm not going to mention any names about the people that were there that night, but I've interviewed many of your peers. And I've noticed that the girls that are the young girls, like that are have bursted onto the scene, like yourself, have this really great, bubbly personality, very friendly. And the girls that have been doing it for a very long time, 10, 15, 20 years, they're kind of like going through the motions by this point.
yeah.
And
And
I've noticed that. And they were just like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, here's
I
my
mean,
email.
I think some of them that have just bursted on the scene too kind of have some shitty personalities too. I'll
Oh,
be honest.
really? Okay. You're probably
Yeah,
right.
but not all of them. But I also feel like um, age also plays a factor. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm 36 years old and
Oh, well, I apologize. I thought you were at least 10 years younger, and I'm not
thank you.
bullshitting
I
you.
mean, I love that. But I also feel like I've been through a lot of different life experiences and I know how to treat people now. Um,
Oh, okay. And so you
you know what?
defy the odds.
Yeah. And I feel like I just, we were talking about respect and I'm big on respect. So
Mm-hmm.
if someone comes up to me and they want to interview me or they want to meet me or they want an autograph, why am I going to treat you bad when you're a fan of me or you're a fan of my work or, you're being nice to me?
Right.
And I think it's weird that a lot of these girls treat their fans disrespectfully. So,
Yeah, there's no need for that. And
yeah,
there's no
but
need
I
for
see
that.
it a lot.
I do too. I do too. And I've gone to, because that expo is like maybe a half hour from me.
Okay. It's
Okay.
one of the biggest expos from what I've heard as well.
Yeah, yeah, because
Out of the exoticas.
yeah,
So.
because the New Jersey spots have more space and are bigger, and to get that same kind of space for the price in New York is impossible.
Right. But everybody from like that tri-state area comes to that one. So you
Right.
have all those surrounding areas and they come to that one expo. So you get all the surrounding states.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and you were a pleasure to deal with and speak to, and so on and so forth.
Thank you. I
Oh,
can be a bitch, so guys, don't get me wrong. But
can't we all though? Well, I can't. I'm not a bitch, but when people say that, and I don't mean you, I'm just saying in general. Like, I'm very nice, but if somebody does something to get me angry, I'm going to be angry,
right,
right?
exactly. And I think that's all humans too.
Yeah,
But you don't
exactly.
have to come off that way in just to start.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so let's talk about you. The majority of the girls that I've interviewed were more have been in the business for a long time. Like, I've interviewed Sarah J. So that's like 20 some odd years. I've interviewed
Yeah,
Alexis.
Sarah J. Yeah,
She's
long
been
time.
she's like a legend at this point. I interviewed Alexis Golden well over 20 years at this point, right? Blah blah blah. When they broke into the scene, it was still, oh, I started off as a stripper and I had to move to Las Vegas, or I had to move to LA and somebody noticed me. I'm going to assume, because you're the newer generation, that that's not how it worked for you. And I'm very interested to know how the new generation breaks into the adult entertainment industry.
Okay, so it wasn't really something that I wanted to do. It wasn't something that I thought about doing. I started off as an Instagram model influencer, and I was working at a medical office actually. So I just did like took pictures. I thought I was looking pretty and cute. And I loved the modeling part of it. I love getting glammed up and taking professional photos. And I was like, well, where can I put these? Instagram. So I would make my Instagram pages and post on there. And I had a full-time job, you know, just I was a regular, like 8:30 to 4:30 girl. Did I like the medical field? It was all right. I hated being under a doctor because honestly, most of the doctors I've worked for, they're not particularly the nicest people, and they have egos up to here. So that was my little fun thing to do, was to go do photo shoots and post on Instagram. And I got so many like fans from it. And I didn't realize how many people, men actually, were like falling in love with photos of me. At this point, I just had like my regular body. Obviously, I have my body done, but I had just a regular body. And I was like, I kind of want to tune this up a little bit, because I'm seeing all these other girls, like they have these big booties and big boobs and their hair is so nice, but I couldn't afford all that. So that's when I discovered OnlyFans. And that's really how my career started, was with OnlyFans. So like you said, a lot of these girls that have been doing this for 20 years, they had to move to another location, because at that point, OnlyFans didn't exist. Instagram existed, Facebook existed, but it wasn't how it is now. So I started doing little solo things for OnlyFans. And then I came across Twitter, and I was like, you can put porn on Twitter? Because how am I going to sell my OnlyFans? You can't put it on Instagram. At this point, I'm like probably 3 Instagram pages deleted. So every time I have to keep putting new pictures up, because girls were hating on me because I was starting to get a fan base. And so like this regular girl from Wisconsin is getting a fan base. We don't like it. Report. So I'm getting reported. So
girls are terrible like that.
I mean,
really
it's true. But
a
lot of men are too. A lot of men are reporting women too.
Well, if that's the case, then they are girls.
Yes.
They are inside of them.
I don't know if my story's making sense, but I'm just trying to think
it does. It makes it makes 100% sense. And this is how I figured it would go. But go ahead.
But yeah, so Twitter, I figured out you could post like little clips of your porn. So I was starting with solo clips. Mm-hmm. So I'd post like the 10 to 15 second little clip of myself on OnlyFans, and I was starting to pull, a few fans. It wasn't a huge, I wasn't earning too much at this point, but I still had my job. So that was where I was pulling my money to live. Mm-hmm. And then we're fast forwarding to like 2019. And I had a photographer who was going to Exotica, and he said, my friend was wondering if he wanted to work and sell his enhancement pills. And I said, why not? I want to see how he was selling like male enhancement, female enhancement, like natural pills there.
Oh, okay.
And so this was my first experience in like seeing anything in adult entertainment, was 2019. Mm-hmm. So I went and I shot my first porn there for an amateur company. And I'm going a little ahead of myself. I got contacted on Twitter by the amateur company, and he said, I see you're going to be working at Exotica. I must have posted like, oh, I'm going to be at Miami Exotica, working at a booth. And he was like, I think you have real star potential. Sorry, I keep getting messages. Real star potential. I'm like, I don't know about shooting a porn, because that wasn't something I really thought about ever doing, being on like a regular camera and whatever. But I did it, and it went crazy viral on X videos, and people were like, when are you going to shoot your next video? And I'm like, I don't know. And I just kind of broke into it, and it was mostly content trades. I wasn't doing anything mainstream. But after that first amateur shoot, my fans shot up, my fan base. Like, I was getting crazy numbers on OnlyFans. I was starting to make money where I was like, I don't know if I really want to work a regular job anymore. Then I ended up getting fired from my job, not because they found out I was doing adult. Well, I think it had a little something to do with it, but they can't say that.
Right. That's usually how it works.
Yeah. But they were like, you're very concentrated on your phone. Like, you're still doing a great job, but you're on your phone way too much.
Who isn't?
Exactly. But their rule was you can't be on the phone, when you're rooming your patients and all that. I thought I was going to be devastated. I cried for like a couple hours when I was leaving the job, you know, and then I was like, this is really an opportunity for me to make myself who I am.
Right.
So I picked myself up and I went and started doing content. I tried to figure out the whole game, how it worked. And I did it. And I guess that's it. That's only 3 years ago though.
Exactly.
You know?
So, and I think, see, we even, when we were texting to set up this interview, I automatically think you're in Vegas, you're in LA. You're like, no, I'm in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Because today is a different world. You don't have to be in LA, like you said before. You don't have to be in LA and Vegas. Today, that's how you get exposure. Social media, OnlyFans. If you wanted to go into the adult entertainment, social media, OnlyFans. And it's always a slippery slope because you could gain more status, more fans, and more money that way. So it's always, okay, I could try this, I could try this, I could try this, I could try this. And a friend of my wife started an OnlyFans page. And I actually said that to her. I said, look, be ready for what's coming. I said, and you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to get to the point where people are going to offer you more, or you're going to want to, or you're going to like the attention, or you're going to like the money. And you're going to go, okay, well, if I did A, I could do B for more money. And if I did B, I could do C for more money. And it's going to get there. Actually, her problem was she just doesn't like to put the work in. Right? She don't even want to fucking take a picture of herself, right? But whatever. But that's neither here nor there.
It turns out to be a lot of work, and you don't realize how fast it comes. Yeah.
So let's go back a little bit and talk about your background. Did you grow up in Wisconsin?
I did. I was born and raised here in Wisconsin, about 20 minutes west of Milwaukee area. And I thought about moving to Miami at one point. I thought about moving to Vegas at one point. I don't care for California too much. I just been there a few times. I don't like it. So those are my two options. But something always kept me here. And I honestly think that it keeps me grounded. Mm-hmm. And when I want to go work, I can always get on a plane and go work. And then I can come back home and it's just my regular life. I don't want to be stuck in that life all the time. And I love being just this. Like, I can be at home in Wisconsin and I'm not recognized.
You could shut the switch off when you want to.
I can shut the switch off, and that's truly who I am, is this person right here. Mm-hmm. Like, Mz Dani is still me, but Danielle is truly who I love to be. And people recognize me once in a while here, but when I'm out in Miami, like, I'll be at a grocery store and these people are following me, and I don't want that. Like, I don't know how anyone can be like a Kim Kardashian. Like, I could not live that life. And I understand how celebrities go mental and crazy, because it really is, it's a hard mental life. And I don't think a lot of people talk about it enough, because I actually, right now, I'm kind of going through like this mental block where I'm like, is this something I want to do, or do I want to look into something else? But right now, it really, honestly, this is what I have to do now, because this is the best money I've ever made.
Right.
I have this name that I've made for myself. Why? I don't want to go back, but it's really mentally draining on you. And I don't think enough people talk about that part.
Well, we'll get into that. We're definitely going to get it. We're going to get into that. And here's the good thing. Do you know who Jay Cutler is?
Yes.
He's not football player.
Oh.
Yeah. Jay Cutler is a 4-time Mr. Olympia bodybuilding champion. At one point, he was the greatest bodybuilder on the planet. And he won the Olympia 4 times, which means that is the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. That is the reason why I'm bringing this up. Because after he won that, and everybody knew who he was, he didn't have to keep bodybuilding. He was able to invest in real estate. He was able to invest in anything fitness related. And when I mean anything, even like music to work out to. And it would blow up because his name was on it. So So what I'm trying to say is that because your name is going to be your brand, you are going to have the ability to make a choice whether you want to stay in it or go elsewhere and still make a good living, right? Because you are your own brand. And I think that's a testament to your character that you understand that. And I think it's also a testament to your character that you realize that this is mentally draining and you need to go home and relax and chill. And I'll be back next time I have to work, because we've seen female entertainers break down, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we can mention names, Lana Rhodes. There's the other one, I forgot her name, who freaked out and said she only made $12,000, and then she didn't know what to do with herself. And they break down in public, and they mentally break down, and God knows what goes on behind scenes, because they think that is what they are going to be identified. That's their identity for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Now that is that is the price you pay. But if you're smart, you can make that money elsewhere.
It is true. And I actually just hired a brand manager. So I do have a lot of works coming up that have really nothing to do with me being on camera. So
see, I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
See those 2 degrees up there?
Yeah.
The brown one is in psychology, and the green one is a master's in business. So
okay, awesome.
But I work in the sewer for a fucking living. So
but you know what? I only bring that up just to let others know that it's okay. Like, we're humans, and I don't care what you do for a living. It's always, you have to put your mental first. And I think that's why couldn't agree more. Going back to, I think that's why I do stay where I stay, because I think I would be completely drowned in the life that I call partying, because I love to party. And, I've had a lot of incidents where I almost didn't make it because I'm in LA and I'm doing drugs. And
yeah.
I don't know when to stop. But when I'm back here, I have my family. I know what I'm living for. You know what I'm saying? So
that is a testament to your character. You understand how it works. I don't think you realize how you understand how it works. If you're an alcoholic, you can't work at a bar.
Absolutely. If you have a gambling problem, you cannot live in Vegas.
You can't, right. You can't work at a casino.
And I know performers that live in Vegas that have gambling problems, that asking other performers for money. And I'm
right, exactly.
Honey, you got to move out of Vegas.
See, exactly. See, so I automatically have even more respect than I do, prior to this.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So that's why I stay here.
Good. And I think that is going to be, I think you're going to have because of that, because knowing is half the battle, and understanding and being accountable is half the battle. So in that case, it would seem to me that those are precursors to a very long career in whatever you choose.
Thank you.
So now let's talk about your background, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. Growing up, what kind of childhood was it?
So my parents were divorced when I was 5. My mom was very strict. Mm-hmm. Whereas my dad was a little off the wall. He was alcoholic. He was a coke addict. Mm-hmm. So he wanted us out of his hair. So what did he do? Give us whatever we wanted, as far as, okay, you're 14 years old. Let me buy you the alcohol. Let me buy you some weed. All your friends can come over. So that was the fun place to go, was to Danny's dad's house on the weekends. Because if you're 13, 14, and you're in middle school and you got nothing to do on the weekend, we're going to get fucked up. We're going to party at my house. So I was Miss Popular because, so I had the split family life. But then when it was time to go back to mom's house, you better straighten your shit up. You better pretend nothing happened. So I had a very split household for most of my childhood. I had to pretend I was Miss Good Girl on this side, and on this side I was naughty. So yeah, I had a boyfriend who was 21. I was 16. My dad was allowing that to happen.
That wouldn't happen in my house.
My dad's still around. I'm talking like he's not around, but not much of a, wasn't much of a father figure to me. Right. But so I had a really fucked up household, and I actually think that's why I actually got into what I do, because
of course it is.
Yeah, the traumatic childhood. You don't think it's traumatic then, but
right. Every adult entertainer girl has a similar story. Everyone that I interviewed, you, Sarah J, Alexis Golden, who else did I interview? I interviewed some I don't know if you know, it's Brooklyn Spring Valley. They were all some small, smaller adult entertainers. But yeah, they all have the same story basically.
Yeah. So I had that split household, but thank God for my mom because I was scared as shit of her.
Yeah, there's got to be one.
That woman, man, if I wasn't home by 11 p.m.,
yeah,
she was whooping that ass. She was coming to look for me. What the hell are you doing? She would turn on the lights, look at my eyes, smell me. She kept me okay.
Okay. So I am going to bring up the article from the New York Post. Okay, good. I didn't know if you wanted me to bring it up or not.
I mean, I don't know which one.
No, well, I'm going
to the Barbie makeover.
Yeah. So the title of the article in the New York Post was, "I spent $50,000 to look like Barbie, but now men treat me like a toy."
Okay.
I'm going to assume that was taken out of context, but I want your opinion.
Yes. So basically, those articles are to get verified on social media sites, and I'm like Instagram. I'm trying to get verified on Instagram, so you need to do like articles that are not adult related with a press company.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that's for. I'm still in the process of getting verified, which is really sucky that you have to go and work with a press company in order for Instagram to verify you when there's 5,000 fake pages of you stealing money from your fans.
Yeah, I don't know how that works because, I guess when you're in the adult entertainment industry, it's a little bit different. Or is it to become blue check Instagram?
That's what I'm saying. Blue check verification. Blue check.
See,
blue check. So if you're an adult entertainer, you're not getting blue checked with any adult article. They don't like us.
Yeah, they want to be affiliated with. Okay.
They don't want to be affiliated with us.
So for people who don't know what a blue check is, that is somebody who is a public figure, high status, whether it be a celebrity or a business figure or a athlete. And then when you go on Instagram, you see a blue check mark. And then anytime a girl goes into a DM, she immediately looks for the blue check mark. Who's in my DM?
But as you see, a lot of people are buying them nowadays from a fake person. The only way to get the blue check is to get those articles by a verified publicist. And so that's where that article came from.
You want to see how hypocritical this is? I just realized this. I have now I call him a friend. He's a friend now. I met him through social media. He let me come on his podcast. His name is Johnny A. Light. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Okay. He was I'll just say it, a murderer for the Gambino crime family. He did 16 years in prison. He did 2 years in a Brazilian prison because he was on the run in Brazil. And he was one of the most feared men in New York City, but especially in Queens, because where he was from. Okay. And when I say feared, I mean feared. And he was what you referred to as, he wasn't Italian. He was Albanian. But he grew such respect and such fear that they treated him like a boss. And he had his own crew on the street. Right? Did 16 years in prison.
Yeah.
He has a blue check mark.
Yeah, because he's got articles. He's got lots of articles in news areas.
So you can't have a blue check mark.
No, I can't. I'm considered trash out here. So
That's
I have to deal with a public.
Do you want to? I'll tell you.
Actually, who's in Brazil? Speaking in Brazil, and so back to the article. So they just try to find things that will get, out there that people want to read. So that was one of them. And they asked me about like my dating life. And I'm like, well, men, they see me as, just a toy because that's what it is. That's what I present myself, as, so I can make money. So they asked me about the articles once they produced them. And they're like, is this okay? I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't know where they're going though. This one happened to come up on New York Post. And I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
But it wasn't terrible. I'm like,
no. I you can't trust the media at all. Period. You can't. The mainstream media.
They do approve with me before the article goes, but I don't know who's picking it up.
I see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, but I did spend that much money on surgery, and guys don't take me serious probably because my body is pretty like voluptuous, and
Well, I don't think that's the case. I think guys you mean in your private life?
right. And then I have to tell them what I
Yeah,
do.
your private life, guys probably don't take you serious because of your career,
It is my career.
but your beauty is. I mean, every guy loves a curvy woman. I mean, I paid for my wife's breast implants. I mean,
It's true, but this is the thing. Like, they can't just be like, I want to take you on a date and take you home. They're trying to fuck. And
yeah.
a man, I
No,
mean, and then
it's
I
very
don't take him serious after that,
of
because I'm
course.
like, what if I really like him and
Mhm.
like I have a lot of problems in my my personal dating life, because I started to like somebody, okay, that's in my
Okay.
city, and I'm tired of the like out of state dating. It just doesn't work, okay.
Hmm. No, yeah, it's too
So
far.
we start getting close and whatever, and then after a couple months, he's like, I can't get feelings for you. Oh, great. Well, now I already have feelings for you since we've slept together how many times, and
Right.
whatever. And we go on dates. We have a really good time. We watch TV together, like we watch shows together
It's like
and
a bond.
movies.
Yeah, of course. It's your bonding.
We're
Okay.
bonding. And then
Yeah.
he's like, because I can't share you. You knew what I did before we started
Mhm.
bonding,
He
before
probably
we started
tried.
hanging out.
He probably really tried, and
He probably,
it's very difficult for a man. That's
yeah.
extremely difficult. It really is. I mean, I can't do it, and I don't know any man that could do it.
But you know what? I understand, because I dated a fellow porn star and I was jealous,
There you go. Right.
because I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just a Libra thing, but any woman, I don't care who it is, you're going to feel some type of way,
Hmm.
especially because some of these performers are very, very good at what they do. And
Right.
a man has to fuck much, much more in the industry than a woman does,
I
because
see.
we can get anything we want. I haven't performed in probably 3 months, and I'm
Yeah.
making more than I did while I was putting movies out. So
There you go.
being a man, he cannot do that. He
That's
has
right.
to be every week
Hmm.
fucking. So you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I
We're
totally
very
understand.
privileged
Yeah. No.
being women and pretty and curvy in the industry, if you're one of those.
Yeah, I can't sell feet pics on OnlyFans and make money. That's
That's
not
what
gonna
I'm
work.
saying.
Yeah, no,
So
you happen to be right, and I'm actually again, when I have these conversations with, it's funny that the adult entertainers are more down to earth. The women are more down to earth and have more of the people that I've interviewed anyway, and have more of an understanding and have more of a grasp of reality than a regular girl. Like they have, like I speak to a regular girl and it's fantasy land. But when I talk to you, it's like you're nailing it. It's like boom, boom. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
I think it took me a while to nail it, though. I think it took me to be in this business to understand, because you could ask me 4 years ago and I'd be like, no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
But now I see, and
yeah.
I finally see how stupid I was to, one, date somebody in the industry, two, fall in love with somebody in the industry, and try to control somebody in the industry. It was
Right.
so stupid, and it ruined a lot for me and for
Sure.
him. And now we're enemies.
Right. Well,
So
one thing that I'm going to tell you is, and my mother told me this one time. And my mother is 87 years old, and she's very old school. My mother said, "For every pot, there's a lid."
what does
So
that mean?
for you, sooner or later, you're going to find somebody that will
Oh, I
touch
get
into
it.
you.
That was a blonde moment.
Yeah, it's like
I thought you said for every pop there's a lid.
no.
I
For
was
every
like,
pot, there's a lid.
oh, okay. Yeah. You're right. You're
And
right.
another quick, I gotta stop talking because this is my bad point. I'm interviewing you. And I'll prove it that there's for every pot there's a lid. Did you watch that documentary on Netflix called Killer Kelly?
No,
Okay.
the one with the muscles.
Yes. This
I'm
woman.
gonna watch it because it
Oh,
looks
you
very
have to.
interesting.
You have to. Yeah, I'm actually interviewing Linda Murray, who was in it. She's going to be coming on. She was Miss Olympia, and they had her on.
Oh, that's
And
so cool.
yeah, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but basically, she murdered her husband. Okay, she played the victim, but then the evidence came out that it was kind of mutual. Right now, when I say murdered, I'm talking shot him twice with a shotgun. Right, does 25 years in jail for murder, comes out, meets a guy, gets married. And I'm like, I can't believe this guy. And yeah, they showed the wedding and the whole thing. This guy was like, oh. So listen,
Okay,
For every pot, there's a lid.
well, hopefully I'll find my thing.
Yeah, you will.
I mean, it's just, it gets lonely. Like, it really does.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is a byproduct of what you do for a living, and it's unfortunate, but it is the truth. But the mere fact that you are accountable and you understand and you are looking for other ways to make a living besides doing this,
I am.
It'll
And
happen.
if there's-
It'll happen. And you're a beautiful young lady, and you're
Thank
obviously
you.
intelligent, and so it's going to happen.
If there's a guy that I find that's willing to like blend me his penis, a couple times a month, then I'm cool with that too, because I don't know if you were going to ask me about mainstream or anything, but I could do without it.
What do you mean mainstream?
Mainstream, like
porn.
Mainstream, like, I've done a few, like I've done browsers, I've done Bang Bros, I've done reality kings.
Yeah, we're gonna get that. That's what I call the fun stuff. It's just
okay.
No, it's just sometimes that the conversation before the fun stuff is so intriguing. Finding out about the person is so intriguing that you kind of get off on. And sometimes I say, oh, it's an hour, and it turns out to be, an hour and a half or 2 hours. Okay, so so the fun stuff. You did spend $50,000 in plastic surgery.
I have, and I actually have.
All coming.
I have fixes. I have to fix now. So, for all those ladies, plastic surgery, it's not what all it seems. So
can we run down the major things you've had done?
Yeah, I've had 3 Brazilian butt lifts, which is fat transferring to the butt, which also includes the 360 lipo. So they do like the back and stomach and all that. And that's when I'm getting fixed, because when you take too much fat out of an area, sometimes it doesn't turn out good. So my stomach is now very lumpy. You can see I have no fat left. So you could see all the imperfections of the underlying stomach. So I have found an amazing surgeon that I'm going to get fixed beginning of January. I just made my appointment today with him. Now he has to put fat back into my stomach and do a different type of lipo. So here we go again. Now we're going to be to 65,000. Yes. And then I had a botched breast reduction in 2012, because this is before I even thought I had huge boobs growing up. I'm only 5'1". My back and my neck are permanently damaged from them. So my insurance paid for it. At that point, I'm like, who cares what my boobs look like? I'm not going to be showing them to anyone. Right. So in 2020, I had to go put implants in and get a lift to fix them, because I was like, I can't be on camera with these, whatever this doctor did to me. So I went and got those done. I've had chin lipo, a lot of like, I didn't even include this in the price, I don't think. A lot of injections and Botox. But that's all maintenance stuff that I loved getting done.
My wife does that.
I love filler. I mean, God, what would we do without filler?
Yeah, my wife does that. I don't give a shit. She's like, I'm going to get Botox. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a new Botox that just came out that's going to be like a 6 month instead of like a 3 month. So that's a great thing for us. Look at me. I should be in the injection business.
Seriously, I'll fill you in on, I had some corrective surgery, and this is the first time I'm admitting it on here.
You had your dick done?
No.
Oh, a lot of guys are getting their dick done.
No.
Sorry.
I had really bad bags under my eyes, and I had the bags removed under my eyes.
Oh, okay. So they cut them out.
Yeah. It's just fat. And
nice.
So that's it. But,
don't you love how you feel like when they put that stuff Michael Jackson was taking in your arm? Propofol?
What the hell is that?
Oh, they give you that right before they put you under anesthesia. Like, it's that white milk they put in your arm.
Oh,
and they say count down from 10 to.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know what that was. Okay.
Yo, you know that was what Michael Jackson was taking every night?
Really? Jesus.
You need to watch the Michael Jackson documentary on it's on Hulu. Yo, that guy was getting fucked up. He was taking propofol. He was actually going into a Botox doctor in LA's office, and this guy was giving him all this medicine, saying he was just filling his face, that he'd be in there for like 6 hours and he'd come out all fucked up. Like,
wow, really?
It's really a really good documentary. I loved Michael Jackson.
I'll check it out. Yeah, well, his music is legendary.
Legendary.
Okay, so
yeah.
no, I didn't get my dick done. No, my dick is
okay, guys. He didn't get his dick done,
no,
but a lot of people, that is like a huge thing now.
What do you mean, like an implant?
So I did research on it. They put like, yeah, it's not an implant, but they do makes it. I don't know how they do it, but it makes it longer and thicker.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank God I never had to look into that. Not that I'm a rhinoceros.
So yeah, boobs, skin, all that good stuff. I was gonna go to Turkey and get my face done, but I'm deciding to fix my stomach first.
Okay, so you had 3 Brazilian butt lifts. You've had your boobs done. You've done the fillers. Anything else?
And lipo.
Lipo. Okay, the lipo on your chin, and all that costs $65,000.
Well, think about it. One butt I did, my first one in Wisconsin, it was $9,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think I added probably all the airfare and all the recovery houses with that too.
Oh, okay. Well, so that leads to my next question, which I think I already have the answer to. I would say about 15 years ago, big butts weren't the trend in adult entertainment. It was huge boobs, like giant, huge boobs.
Those are still in.
It still is, but the trend now, not only in adult entertainment, but in the real world, because the girls that when I go to the gym, I see like plenty of Brazilian, and you could pinpoint it from a mile away because their waists are like this, their legs are like this, and their asses is big, right?
Yeah.
And you could pinpoint it right away, and it's either a butt lift or an implant, right? And it's very trendy now. And then I noticed that the adult entertainment thing kind of goes with the trend, or maybe the trend might push the adult entertainment, or the adult entertainment might push the trend. I'm not sure which one happens first. But I would say about 15, 20 years ago, I mean, giant, huge boobs. Every girl had huge boobs, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously these things go in and out. The one good thing about the industry that you're in now is that there's a genre for everything. Like, so if you after 30, you could do MILF. If you got big boobs, you go do big boobs. If you're 18, you could do teen. But would you, if you were to stay in the industry and the trend changes back to giant boobs and a small butt, right? Would you change your body? Oh, no. Okay.
It's not easy to reverse what I have.
You know what? I think things are different now, because when I interviewed Sarah J, when she broke into the business, it was thin girls, giant fake boobs, right? And she said, and she's kind of like built like you, very curvy, big butt. She has the big boobs, but she's, thick and curvy, right? And she said the whole reason why she always did interracial porn was because when she broke into it, that was the only genre that was hiring curvy white women at the time. So it was just a business decision for her. Okay, so basically you're like, nah, I'm not going to change. I like the way I look, and so on and so forth, and that's it. Yeah,
and I think that what I have done is surgery. It's not like reversible.
It can't be reversed.
It can't. It can, but it's a lot of complications with it. And my body has always been thicker, no matter what. So even when I didn't have a butt, I still had hips. So I would look stupid trying to have a small butt, and it wouldn't work.
It just wouldn't.
And I'm like, why change for these people? Thick women are a thing in porn, but they still don't see us as valuable as we are. Right. These big production companies will never hire me because I'm not thin enough. Like, right. No, fuck them.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally understand why it's insulting, but if you look at it as a business aspect, and they say to themselves, well, where is the majority of the money and views coming from? Well, that's where we're going to take those type of girls from. Right. But I completely understand the insulting part about it too, because you are human. You are
I
human.
think that the way that the internet is now, with people making their own content, that
Yes.
you can be whoever the hell you want to
It's a
be, and you're
different
going to
world.
have a fan base.
That's right. 100%. It's a different world. Absolutely.
I just don't think it'll ever go back to where we'll need a company. The company will need us.
I agree. I agree because, right, you could walk away and make your own money on OnlyFans and do your own,
And if there's no OnlyFans, there's going to be another site
there's always, there's already more. There's
tons of them. So
yeah. I agree 100%.
I think that the models and the performers, they're the ones that are going to be needed. We're not going to need one specific company. And I think that's why, for example, Brazzers has been pulling roster off of Instagram, models that have never shot a porn before.
They want that new girl. Yeah,
they'll pull them off of Instagram because they know they're making money on OnlyFans.
Right. Yeah, they have their finger on the pulse, and that's their job. Yeah, no, I completely see from a business aspect why that works, and that's interesting. I never knew that, but that definitely makes sense.
I've noticed that in the last probably year that they've gotten real smart. So let's see who makes the good money on OnlyFans. Let's pull them so we can pull their audience.
Okay.
Smart.
Right. Now let's really get into the good stuff, the fun stuff.
Oh no. Okay.
Obviously you're very popular for doing the interracial stuff because you are sought after because of your body type and you're white, and black guys love
I love black men.
Well, yeah, that was going to be my question. Is it more of a personal choice, or it was like Sarah J, where it was more of a business thing?
No, that was personal.
Okay, so your whole life you were more into black men than white men. Have you ever, if in your personal life, do you date white men or no? Not at all, just black men. So you would see me very handsome, from the East Coast, grew up in Brooklyn, tattoos, Harley Davidson riding, just got it, and you'd be like, nah.
Nah, he's a friend type.
Yeah, I want that black guy.
Okay. But I love a white businessman in a suit with some gray hair and.
So you don't like the blue collar, rough around the edges white guy?
Businessman.
Okay. Fair enough.
A lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get rid of that.
Are you making notes?
No, I cross off the stuff that I
was like, he's making notes.
Yeah, no. See, I make.
Wow, I just got a really good edit back, and I'm in love.
I make a list of things I'm going to ask you or topics I want to talk about with you.
Okay.
You know, and then when I do them, I cross them off.
Okay.
What was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you in the industry? Not in personal life, in the industry.
I don't know.
It had to be something.
I don't think I was embarrassed. Not
necessarily embarrassing, but a mishap, a blooper, something that you were like, fuck.
I don't know. I can't think of something that has really stuck out.
Really?
No. I mean, there's probably something.
Well, we could skip it if you can't think of it. If you think of it, we'll come back to it. That's all.
Okay. It's gonna come.
Yeah, I'm sure. What was the crazy?
That's what
she said. Yeah. What was the craziest thing you've ever done?
See, I knew these were coming.
Of course they're coming. This is what people want to know. And mind you, you're crazy.
These are the ones I don't know.
Really? Your crazy is different. I've interviewed fetish girls. Your crazy is not going to be their crazy. Their crazy is, in Italian we say doozy bots. Like, it is crazy.
Yeah, they be fetish be
shitting
on stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't poop for people.
Yeah. So in your world, in your genre, what is the craziest thing you've ever done?
Oh no.
We can skip it. We can come back to it. It's no big deal.
Dang, I don't have good answers.
We can come back to it. It's no big deal.
Crazy. Like, I wish I would have pooped on someone's chest. That
No, I mean, like crazy for you. You know,
No, but
maybe
I
you
don't-
did you do a gangbang? Did you have 4 guys at one time?
I've never even done like, I mean, I've done a foursome, but I've never gangbanged yet. Boring.
Well, for a porn star, yeah, but not for a regular person.
I'm boring for a porn star, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have to, you on TikTok?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I made a small.
Okay, so I did do a scene in the desert. That was pretty cool. Okay. I did fuck in the desert. I mean, that was cool.
Not many people could say that.
On top of an I-8, that was
an I-8. Oh, BMW.
BMW. Like, I felt like
the
that
electric
was pretty cool. Like, not crazy.
Yeah,
it's not really crazy though.
Do you know that I-8? I don't think they make them anymore, but that I-8, since it's electric, the exhaust had a speaker in it to make it sound like an actual V8.
Really? Well, this one wasn't electric. This was years ago.
Oh, so then what had to be a different car, different model, because the i8s were the electric one. That looked like
no, it was the BMW i8. This was in 2020.
Yeah, no, that's the i8 has the Lambo look with you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's an electric car. Yeah.
It wasn't electric then.
Unless it was hybrid.
I don't know.
All right, never mind. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool because I don't know many people that screw in the desert. Unless you want to consider Vegas, like it's in the middle of the desert.
No, it wasn't Vegas though. It wasn't Vegas.
Because technically I screwed in the desert because Vegas is in the desert.
We could have gotten in big trouble doing that.
Of course, absolutely. Okay, so we'll come back to that.
I've done crazier things when I was probably intoxicated. Like really, when I'm intoxicated, I don't know what the fuck happens. I don't black out, but like I do some crazy shit.
What's your drug of choice when you're intoxicated?
Cocaine.
Okay. Yeah, you got to start being careful with that because.
Yeah, a lot of fentanyl. I know.
That friend of mine that I told you about before that did prison time and is a blue check mark. His daughter actually just passed away from that. From cocaine, fentanyl. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done much of it because
and heroin is no better either. They still put fentanyl in heroin.
I ain't fucking with that. My brother.
A lot of people snort heroin. It's unbelievable, and they put fentanyl in that too. Anyway, and I even think the Xanax on the street put fentanyl in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All those pills now are being milled. Like they're fake, and then they can.
And I don't understand that.
Why the point of that shit?
Yeah. Why do you want to kill your customer?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
You know, someone was giving out fentanyl gummies that Friday night in Jersey. At the expo. Yeah, I guess a bunch of people went to the hospital.
It's amazing how somebody could just hand
you want a gummy? It's it's got fentanyl in it.
Came out of my pocket. It's like that.
Yeah, like I don't get that.
Yeah, me neither. That reminds me of that scene from Ferris Bueller when he's on the bus and the principal's on the bus and he's like, I have a gummy bear. It's still warm and gooey from my pocket. You remember that scene?
Yeah, like let me take some of your gummy bears off your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's getting bad out here. Have you heard of the new drug? The new drug 2C? It's the pink. They call it pink cocaine. Should be your research.
Wow.
2C. It has no cocaine in it, but they call it the pink cocaine because it's powdery like that.
So the problem that this is all laboratory created.
It is. It's coming from Colombia.
It's not natural, right?
Coming from Colombia. It's very big in Colombia. But if you type in Vice, VICE.
Oh yeah.
Vice has a documentary on it.
2C. TUCI. TUCI. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna check that out.
It's very interesting. This is the new thing that those people love, and I'm scared. It's all chemical.
No, I haven't done any serious.
I heard it's fucking amazing, but
I stick with like tequila and some beers, and I'm good.
Well, this is the thing. You give me about 5 shots of tequila, I'm looking for the cocaine.
Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah, I
don't mind starting with the tequila. I don't.
That's the door opener. Yeah. Okay, so what's your limit? What is something that somebody came to you and said, "Hey, Danny, how about we do this?" And you went, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that."
Is it sexual or
anything for profit?
Oh, I don't shit on people, but a lot of my friends have. But but the money they be telling me, I'm like, I maybe could take a laxative and do that. Because these guys paying like $20K for a shit on their chest.
What?
Yo, I'm not playing. So if I just have to release the shit and then walk out of the room, I can do that. I can't hang out after.
Yeah, that's. So you're saying if the money's right?
Yeah, I'll do it, but I can't just. If you're talking a couple thousand, I'm sorry, I can't. The scat play stuff is not for me. I just. No.
Wow. Okay. 20.
But I'm not an anal person either. I'd like to say that I would like taking dick in my ass, but I've tried to train it and everything.
Not into it.
I'm just not into it. I'm not. I don't mind like anal plugs or like fingers, but once you put that whole dick in there, I can't handle that. Yeah, I don't know how people love that anal.
Yeah, some girls love it. Some girls can't stand it. Some girls won't even consider it. I've
seen 3 dicks up a bitch's ass.
What?
Yeah, and I'm
how
like,
is that possible?
Well, you see her butthole come out after.
Oh, dear God. Like what these
prolapse. That can't, I'm sorry, that can't be healthy when your asshole's coming
this
out.
This girl is, yeah, no, that's not a good thing. That's not a good sign. Oh, no, that's normal. No, it's not.
Yeah, no. When anything's coming out of where it's supposed to be inside.
Sweet Jesus. All right. Okay. Biggest penis versus the smallest penis in the industry, not in your private life.
I mean, no doubt about it. Brickzilla has the most giant. I don't even know if that's a penis.
Who is it?
Brickzilla.
Brickzilla. Okay.
And I think it's 14 inches and 7 around. Yeah, taking that in your pussy, it hurts. I've taken it 3 times.
Wow.
4 times. I would love to take Dread. He has one of the biggest dicks, but I think Brickzilla has him by a couple inches, maybe.
And these are all black guys or white guys?
Yeah, Dread's a legend. Dread's been doing this for.
I probably know them if I see them, because when I watch porn, I don't really concentrate on the guy.
Would you like me to send you their Twitter profiles?
No. I'll find it myself. Thank you.
Okay.
Brickzilla and Dread. Okay.
Dread is DREDD.
Okay.
The smallest, are we talking, we're in the industry, right?
Yeah.
It's gotta be a white boy. No. I really, actually, I shouldn't say that, because the white guys that I've taken have been some big dicks. Like Sean Lawless has a big dick. The other white guy, real nice guy. Why can't I think of his name right now? Real big dick, huge. So I'm not even gonna lie. The white guys that I've taken, I always make sure they're well endowed, because I like a big dick. I don't like little dick.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time finding a boyfriend.
No, the guy that I was clicking with, he had the perfect penis. He's the only guy that can make me fucking like squirt all over the place.
Yeah, but is it big for in regular population or big for the industry?
No. Remember I told you the regular guy that
I know.
that lives
I mean,
here?
you said
he could has an industry dick, but like
there you go.
Perfect penis. But of course it didn't work. Anyways, the smallest, like I feel like it's had to be somebody that,
like, is there a fetish porn or a genre of porn where it's like small penis?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like I would say it's more of like the fans that they want us to humiliate their little penis. Like a lot of my fans on OnlyFans will pay me to like, it's called small dick humiliation, small penis humiliation, SPH.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my friends, they have guys that will pay them a lot of money to sit and like talk shit about their little dicks in person.
Like, men are strange. They really are.
Men
Like I want my woman to treat me like King Tut. That gets me off. I don't know.
Yeah, but that small penis
The
humiliation,
small
like,
penis, the getting shitted on. I don't understand that for the life of me. They must have had like mothers that completely just
you
verbally
know
and
what I
mentally
don't
destroyed them.
understand
What's that?
is the, like, I'm their mom.
What do you mean?
Like some of my fans want me to talk to them like they're my kid and I'm their mommy.
Yeah, see there, I'm telling you, there's mommy
Bitch,
issues.
I'm not talking to my
There's
I'm
mommy
not talking
issues.
to my kid like sexually.
That's weird. Yeah, men men's fantasies. They go and they go and they go.
I mean, they run deep
And if
because
you
there's some
don't, and
stuff.
if the girl doesn't say no, I'm not doing that. There's no end to it. Like what I've interviewed some of these fetish girls, and what you're telling me is still nothing compared to what
I'm
the fetish
curious
girls.
though, because you know,
All
I
right.
have
So
heard
one
some.
girl actually told me that one guy wanted to pay her. She didn't do it, but she was offered $5,000 to get a kitten and just video her stepping on the kitten with her high heels and sending it to him and killing the kitten.
Oh,
But she had to be in
no.
yeah, yeah. I swear to God. Another
She
girl.
said no, right?
She said no. He actually upped it to 8,000, and she said, "Okay, how much money you pay me? I'm not doing it."
That's fucked up.
And there was another fetish girl who told me that she had an offer to if she could find a 10-year-old girl and beat the hell out of her.
Okay, this is like a legal fetish.
Yeah, this is but and these guys, the majority of these guys are like the Middle Eastern.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So it's and this is one of my problems when people say men should feel their emotions, right? Because when men don't have emotional control, they are sexual beings, and this is when these things happen. You have to have discipline as a man, whether it's sexual, especially if it's sexual, right? Because that's when, if you don't have emotional control, that's when things like you can't say it on YouTube, so I'm just going to say grape. Okay, that's when grape happens, or that's when your fetish goes too far, right? And so when people say, "Oh no, live in your feelings and get in touch with your feelings," and as a man, you go, "No, you don't understand how dangerous that is for a man to get in touch with his feelings. A man needs to have discipline all around, because it's not getting in touch with a man's feelings is not the same as a woman. A woman's thinking, oh no, cry it out. And a man is going, I'll cry it out, but I'm also not going to be able to control these urges I have. Right.
That's sad.
And this is the problem. Like, anyway, okay, we're getting off, Carrie. We're getting off. All right. So we did bigger. Oh, here's one that I did not ask you. Did you ever catch feelings for a performer that you worked with?
Yeah, that was the guy I was with.
Okay. And
yeah, so I worked with him, and then I like caught feelings for him. I think it was just like I fell in love with his dick first.
Okay. All right. Which is okay.
Okay.
Well, it's odd, but in your industry, it's not.
Yeah, that was like when I was really super new, and I wish I would have known better.
Okay, that makes sense.
But now I would never.
That makes sense now, because you're not callous to the industry yet. It's like, because
now I know
sex was still very emotional because you were new at it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Now the opposite. Did you ever have to work with somebody that you fucking hated? Like, I hate this fucking person.
No.
Really?
No, because I can always, they tell you who you're working with first. Like if it's for a company, you always know. So you can say, no, thank you. Can you find somebody else?
There's a no list, right?
You can just say no.
Okay.
Or if I'm doing content, I'm choosing the person and we're agreeing on this. So
okay.
I'm never going to have sex with someone like I really don't like, or be in a room with someone I really don't like.
Okay. What about, have you ever been on a set in the middle of it and you stopped for some reason? Either the guy had bad body odor, you were in pain, whatever crazy reason, whatever it was. You were like, I can't do this. We're done.
No, not completely stopped the set, but like had to
Okay.
cut for like a little break or something. Yeah.
Because of what?
Um,
If you tell me
couldn't
because you
breathe.
were with Brickzilla.
No, I went all the
Oh,
way
okay.
through with him.
Okay. He wasn't a problem at
Probably
all.
because I couldn't breathe because I was riding and it was taking forever and I
You were
because
out
I'm
of.
out of
So
shape.
you just needed a break.
Oh yeah, but no, for like body odor or something like that. No,
What about if you were with a woman, or do you do girl on girl?
I have done girl, girl. Yeah,
Have you ever been done girl on girl and went down and you were like, whoa, I'm not doing this.
no. Luckily,
That's
not yet.
that's never happened.
Not
Okay.
yet. Not
All right.
yet.
All right. Cool. 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 Get rid of that. I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Damn it.
Nah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. How prevalent is Viagra, Cialis, and the Trimix injection?
Very.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, extremely.
Okay, okay, okay.
I mean, I have Viagra and Cialis in my drawer next to my bed.
Okay, okay.
The injection, though, yeah, these guys are shooting up a lot.
Okay, okay, okay. See,
but they don't realize what this is doing to their body.
Oh, good. I don't know
The
that.
shot, I know that.
What does the shot do?
I mean, if you're shooting your dick out, depending on how much you're doing it, your dick is not going to be able to get hard anymore without that.
Really?
I mean, do research on it. I mean,
I will. I never did.
It really makes sense though, right? Even with taking too much Viagra and all that, like your body, well, one, your heart has to pump 10 times harder to get that blood raced to the extremity. But with the shot, your dick is you getting like artificially pretty much there. Your dick is hard for about 6 hours with that. It can be 6 to 8 hours.
Right.
Can that be good for anything?
Yeah. No, it's
also, I mean, then it's going to get so used to getting artificially pumped up that your body then at some point
naturally is not going to do it.
Is naturally not going to be able to get up without that injection. And it's putting scar tissue in
your penis.
In the penis every time that you're shooting up.
Wow. So yeah, these are all things I did not know that. What is
I just did my research on it because I mean I know that it's used so widely.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is more prevalent, the injection or the Viagra and Cialis?
Honestly, I can't say because I'm not a man, but I think it depends on what type of scene you're shooting. If you're on a big, huge set, all day set, I think it's the shot. But I think they're both used a lot.
See, the reason why I had assumed that, and this is one of the questions I ask majority of the adult entertainers I interview, and most are honest. There was one that was like, "Oh, I don't know." I don't think that person wanted to fuck with his or her money, if that makes sense, because they were like dancing around a lot of the questions. But the reason why I figured that was because when I was a kid, I'm 46. You're supposed to say I look younger than that.
Oh, you do.
I'm only teasing. When I was a kid, and
I was looking at my hair.
Oh, okay. When I was a kid, I grew up in Brooklyn, and there was a XXX warehouse on 3rd Avenue, and you could go buy all your VHSs. And
that's where the
DVDs
shot comes from. Is like Brooklyn.
Who?
I think that's where it comes from. Brooklyn, the shot.
The shot? Oh, I don't know.
There is like there's a spot where you can get it in Brooklyn, a pharmacist.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure there's pharmacies everywhere.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah. But and there was this place called XXX Warehouse, and me and my friends would go and we'd buy VHSs, and then DVDs started coming in, so on and so forth, and we started buying DVDs, and it was the same like 4 or 5 guys in every fucking movie. Every one of them. You can name them. Ron Jeremy. I mean, they were Peter North. They were in every goddamn movie, right? There was that one really, really tall black guy. I forgot his name. I don't remember his name.
Prince?
No, he was in every goddamn movie. I forgot the name. I forget his name. But they were all, there was like maybe 5 tops. And from what I understand, it was because they were reliable. Because back then, none of that stuff was, around.
Oh, yeah.
But now, with the ease of which you can get into porn and the fact that you have these the pharmaceuticals to utilize, like anybody could do it now. That's why there's so many guys now. Whereas, and I'm sure if I ever got the chance to interview like a Ron Jeremy or Peter North, I'm sure there's a generational gap that says these young guys have no clue what we had to go through. I guarantee you that they're going to be like, they ain't shit. They got to take pills. I don't take nothing. I'm not right. It's guaranteed that would be their attitude. There's no question in my mind.
Well, they had like fluffers too then, didn't
That's
they?
right. Yeah. Well, from what I understand, they still do. Because I interviewed Mars Black, and he is a amateur. I met him there, and I interviewed him last week.
Wait, who has fluffers? Because
according to him, he has been in scenes where they had fluffers. And for people who don't know who are listening, fluffers are a girl that's kind of on the side that either orally or manually gets the guy erect so he gets ready for the scene.
Well, he's in some sort of different type of scene because the girl who's performing is basically the fluffer. But baby, you better hurry up and get your dick hard because this is not part of my. No, I'm just kidding. If I'm honest, yes, it is my job to get your dick hard. But if it's been 35 minutes and your dick still is not hard, like I'm sorry, we gotta do something.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, which is why these injections and the pills are so,
exactly. But I do understand now being a male is not easy, especially because a lot of times if you're not choosing your content partner, you're not attracted to them.
That's right. Yeah.
The body doesn't just get hard for anybody.
That's right. Yeah. And that's what, you're 100% right. Cause I've seen porn, like gilf porn, grandmothers I'd like to fuck. And I'm saying to myself, I couldn't do this on a bet. Right. I couldn't do this I don't care how much plastic surgery this person is 65 years old. I couldn't do it. Right.
Yeah.
And they're in there just plowing away.
It's a lot of mental at that point as well.
Yeah. Okay, last question, and then I'm going to let you go.
Thank you. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's going to be the last.
I want to play Mario Kart. I've been addicted to Mario Kart.
Oh, you know what's funny?
On Nintendo Switch.
You know what's funny is that my wife bought the old Atari, and we have all the Atari games, like I mean, I can't even that Duck Hunt. It was Atari when it was like. The two thing, it was like the first video games, like from the late 70s. And it was basically like two lines and there's a ball and you got to hit the ball. And I forgot the name of it.
I'd have to see it.
It's ridiculous. It's so old. It's like, I can't believe I'm playing this right now.
I didn't know that I would appreciate Mario Kart so much. It like takes my mind off of everything. So I'm like sitting in my bed, freaking racing cars at night. Like I love it so much.
That's cute though.
I'm trying to get all the trophies and
Okay, your future and whatever you're working on and whatever you want to plug right now.
Whatever I'm working on?
Yeah, like if you have a particular page, you have a project you're working on that you want to plug or advertise. Or
okay. I didn't understand that. I was like, plug.
Yeah, no, like not plug? That plug. No.
Okay. So really my important pages are my Instagram, my Twitter, my OnlyFans, my Money Vids, my Pornhub, my X. Can I type them to you and you like put them? Like, or are you not allowed to advertise that on YouTube?
OnlyFans, they will allow me to put the link in, but any adult content they will not. I've tried with other adult entertainers where they go, "Oh, here, put my," and they delete it.
Okay.
That's it. So I'll put your Instagram in.
My Instagram is Mz Dani ENT.
Mm-hmm.
You have that, right?
Yes.
How about I type them to you? I'll just say them now and then I'll.
No, I have it. You're my friend on Instagram now. I
have a backup page too. So in case you lose me for the 12th, 13th, 14th time, it's
send me that one too.
Yeah, only one Mz Dani.
Okay.
My Twitter is usually where I put like my XXX like previews, things like that. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Can I say XXX?
Yeah, you can say. No, the words that you can't say is amazing. It blows me away that way. The words you can't say.
I can't say that? No,
you can say that. That's fine.
I understand what you're saying. Like it amazes you the words that you can't say. Okay,
right.
Okay.
So your Instagram, your OnlyFans, your Instagram and OnlyFans, I will have no problem putting in the description area.
Twitter's okay?
Twitter, I don't think, because we'll try. We'll try.
Okay, the only
But
Danny
say it
2X.
for all the people that are just listening and
I
not watching.
am the
Okay.
only Danny 2X.
Mhm.
So I have for my OnlyFans, I made it like a domain, so it's mzdani3x.com.
Mhm.
My booking site is mzdani3x.net.
Mhm.
And then just honestly, if you Google Mz Dani, everything's gonna
Come on.
And do not watch free porn.
Don't watch free porn.
Do not watch free stuff. You can I do not condone the pirates.
Oh, okay.
I try my hardest to get rid of all that stuff, but it just every day, new stuff.
Okay. Okay. That was fantastic. And thank you, Mz Dani.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Oh, it was fantastic. Thank you. The new sensation in adult entertainment, Mz Dani.
I am now a legend at 3 years.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
You were new to me. You were new to me. Okay. Yeah. You are a new sensation / legend.
All right,
so in Instagram, OnlyFans, reach out to her. She is a fabulous human being and fun person to speak to. Thank you so much for everything. And we will definitely see you again.
Yes.